What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you can see by the title, today's video is what's in my camera bag for 2022. Let's get into it. Right off the bat, I've gotten a few new things since the last video, which I think I did about May or June of 2021. I just want to do it a bit earlier this year, so then for the following years I could do them around January at the beginning of those years. And then as the years go on, we can just see how my gear just kind of progresses. So for the camera, my main camera that I shoot everything with, it's still the Sony a7 II, which I'm shooting this with right now, so I can't really show that in my hands, but still shoot all my photography on there, YouTube videos, literally everything on there. Still a great camera. I actually am looking to upgrade eventually to most likely the a7 IV, just because overall a7 II, although it is good for photography and stuff, when it comes to low light, especially like extreme low light as well as just video, I need that to be better because for video it doesn't shoot at 4K. And also, if any of you do have the a7 II, you know exactly what I mean when I say that the autofocus for video is a struggle, even with good lenses that I do use. So in terms of lenses, I still do have the 28-70 that came with my a7 II. I don't use it too much. I don't use it for any photography. I think the most recent thing for photography I did with it was like close to a year ago, and I tried out star photography. So my main lens, the Sigma 85mm art lens, still use this for just about all of my client work, just about anything to be honest. So got this I think like towards the end of 2020. I use this for just about anything: portraits, car shoots, product shoots, any videography thing. It's super sharp. I love the focal point. The option to go all the way down to 1.4 aperture is a really nice feature to have. All my clients and people that I've worked with just really love how the results turn out. So one of the newer additions that I added to my camera gear that wasn't in the last video is what I'm shooting with right now in terms of lenses is the Sigma 35mm art lens. I got that in the fall, I think October or November of last year. Mainly just because I wanted the wider focal length, because as much as I do love the 85mm lens, certain things are really nice to be able to have a wider angle. For certain portraits, I did a few portrait shoots with it, and a lot of just YouTube video stuff and just videography stuff for brands. Like, for example, if you saw the short film I did about a month ago, everything that I shot in terms of video was with this lens, and everything I have been shooting for my YouTube video has been with this lens. The option to have the lower aperture has been really good, and it's overall just great quality. With that, I will be doing more videos covering this lens, doing portrait work and POV videos, just kind of showcasing what this lens is capable of and just how I enjoy using the lens. So moving on from the 35mm lens, if you do follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you do know that in December I picked up the DJI Mini 2. So for the longest I've been wanting to get a drone for, I don't know, ever since honestly I started photography. I just never knew really at what point when I wanted to get it, but I've been working on the side a job for the past few months, and the Mini 2, the price range isn't too bad, and I think the Mini 2, for me at least, is a good kind of introduction into drone work because it still shoots 4K video. With that, you'll be seeing a lot of just drone sequences and nice cinematic shots for my YouTube channel, as well as also Instagram and TikTok. I am by no means a professional with flying this drone. All of my flights so far over the past month have just kind of been me testing out certain moves and techniques, just kind of learning the drone, but future videos you'll be seeing nice just drone shots. So if you have seen any of my YouTube videos that happen to have drone shots, those were from my friend David, who also had a drone, and just always seeing him flying his drone just kind of really make me want to get one. And I'm really glad I did, because having that option to get an aerial shot at a location that I normally wouldn't be able to get with my camera on foot, it's a really nice feature to have. And you know, with that I can capture all different types of perspectives of different locations that I wasn't able to before. Also, I'll be looking to be doing stuff with brands as well and clients as well. So it's good to have. I'm really glad I picked this up. I think it's worth the price, and if you're looking into getting into any drone stuff, I recommend the Mini 2. It's good for a starter and it shoots great quality. Now this next item, a lot of photography YouTubers that I watch have something similar, which is a chest mount for POV videos. So what I will do is just put my phone in here, strap it to my chest, and then I'll film my POV of like a portrait shoot, for example, or client shoot, which I've done I think like 2 to 3 videos on my channel covering that. People seem to really enjoy POV photography videos in general, and they actually do pretty good for my channel as well. and I'll continue to do more in the future with the reviewing the 35mm lens and just any type of shoot that I just feel like would be kind of cool to have a POV of. Moving on from that, a brand KNF Concepts sent me a tripod and a diffusion filter for promotional content for TikTok, but I actually do use both of these items, especially this tripod, because the one I am using for this camera setup right now, it was like I think $20 tripod that I've had for like over 2 years. This it's a lot more sturdy, so when I'm shooting anything that is like at nighttime, like long exposures for example, and it's kind of windy or stormy, this is going to keep the shot stable and I don't have to worry about the wind kind of shaking the camera, or the legs of the tripod I should say. But I use this on all of my nighttime shoots and I'll continue to use it. Definitely recommend checking it out. I think it's worth the price. Moving on, I have 2 phones now. This one doesn't really act as an iPhone, it was just an old phone laying around, which I will be using for my POV videos just because those take up a lot of storage. This still shoots at, it's like iPhone 8 I think, it still shoots 4K video, which my main phone does. So I'll have this like strapped to my chest and then I'll have it film my POV, and then with that I just send this to my computer and then just edit the POV videos from there. And obviously I would have my main phone on me to find locations, save locations, and I film a lot of behind the scenes clips on here during just about any shoot. If I'm at a sunset for example, if I'm shooting client work, I always like to have POV clips, and I'm always sharing those on Instagram and TikTok. Especially TikTok, I think people really like seeing behind the scenes of different photographers and videographers' lives. So moving on, we have backup batteries for drone, camera, and just backup SD cards, because at some point you're going to run to a point where either your main battery's dead and you need backups, or your SD card fails on you, or it's full. So I ran into all those situations, so now I've learned my lesson and I've been trying to be prepared for all those situations so I don't have to run into that issue. But I have about like 2 or 3 backup SD cards, and then for my A7 II I have 2 backup batteries, and then my drone I have the 1 backup battery, just because the drone only does I think 30 to 31 minutes of flight time. So if you have a drone, you definitely need a backup. So if you have seen my previous camera bag videos, you'd have seen this bag before. I'm not really going to go into detail, but it had it for the past few years. It holds everything in here, and it gets the job done. Eventually I will upgrade because I still am looking to expand like the amount of gear I have, but for now this makes do, and I'm happy with what it can carry. So if you guys did enjoy today's video of what's in my camera bag for 2022, I will do an updated one in around a year or so, but with that, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new, and yeah, have a good day.